Om JJ Saima. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Miranda Esmonde-White, and this is a workshop and a workout to help you understand how to boost your energy. And I'm doing this with a program that I created called Eccentrics or Classical Stretch. And it's a very gentle stretching and strengthening program that I explain in the workshop how mitochondria and how movement triggers the mitochondria to give you energy. And then I give the workout, which you can go at your own pace. So some people might find it easy, some people might find it challenging, but no matter what, you can do it at your own pace and be as lazy as you want, which is actually quite good if you do it in a lazy way, because it actually relaxes the muscles more and lets the mitochondria fire up. So please join me for a workout and a workshop. Thank you. Om JJ Saima. Welcome, welcome, welcome to an energy workshop. So this is one of my very favorite subjects, is energy, because we all want energy and we can all have energy. The thing is, it's been a mystery because until recently the science of where we get our energy from has been a little confusing, and it's getting clearer by the day. So energy comes from burning fuel. So we require oxygen to burn fuel. We know that. The human body is the same as anything else. The human body requires oxygen to join with the fuel that from the food that's been processed in our bodies, it's in our bloodstream. It requires the joining of them and then the triggering, putting them together and saying, we need fuel. And the combination of the oxygen and the fuel gives us energy. And that takes place in something called the mitochondria. These mitochondria are organelles that are found in literally every cell of our body, but the majority of these mitochondria are found in our muscle cells, which includes our voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary are like these ones that I'm using. I voluntarily use my arms and legs. Involuntary is the heart muscle. It's a muscle and it's always pumping. The veins and arteries always pumping the blood through the system. In the intestines, there's the pumping action. There's involuntary, thank goodness, action happening in our body all the time. So anytime there is action, we need fuel to make that action happen. And where some of the most action is happening is in our noggin, in our brain. Our brain, the moment we start thinking, our brain demands fuel. So that's the combination of fuel and oxygen. Breathing. So, oxygen, we breathe it in, it goes into our lungs. So we have to go sort of systematically through this. Where do we get our energy from? So let's start with our rib cage. So if our rib cage, which is ribs surrounded by muscles and connective tissue. So over the years, if we tend to just sit and slouch and not work the entire torso, the connective tissue, the fascia around the rib cage, starts to gum up. The muscles, which are tiny, weeny little muscles between the ribs, like tiny little muscles, but they're still muscles. And they help us to expand and contract the ribs when we breathe. Well, they slowly shrink also. So the combination of the gluing down of the fascia, which is like big sheets of tissue paper that's all glued down instead of making a slip and slide. So then inhaling and exhaling becomes more difficult because we can't inhale as deeply as we would like to. And none of the muscles in our body, our diaphragm, which is always expanding, and it's like an accordion that pushes the air in and out of our lungs, isn't able to move because the ribs don't move. The ribs are connected to the spine and to the shoulders. The spine is like a T with the shoulders on top. They're all become gummy, and when your shoulders are rounded from poor posture, even rounded a little bit, they don't have to be extremely rounded, just rounded, so that you can't move your shoulder joints. you don't have shoulder joint range of motion. When that happens, that's limiting your ribs, the ability for your ribs to expand and contract. So we're starting with oxygen. So we need to be able to expand and contract our ribs and move our spine and move our shoulders, because if we can't move our shoulders, they lock down the ribs. So are you getting the picture now? So this is extremely important in the driving of oxygen into the bloodstream. So it goes lungs, cardiovascular. Cardio is your heart, vascular is the breathing part. So the two together, the blood goes through the lungs and it's delivering all the toxins, all the carbon dioxide out, and it's bringing in the oxygen into the blood. So this is happening every time we breathe in and out. And then that's driving through our bloodstream. Now there's hundreds of miles of veins and arteries in order for the blood to go through. And they're going through the muscles. Ever cut open meat? Meat is muscle. That red stuff with all the blood, that's muscles. So that's, as you contract your muscles and expand, you are voluntarily pumping the blood in and out. Every time you do that, you're waking up the mitochondria and you're triggering it and you're saying, I need fuel. So it drives this oxygen in and the fuel, and they start going on this circle where they are, the mitochondria are called two things. They're the furnaces that burn the fuel, but they're also fuel creating. So they're like a hamster on a wheel. They just go round and round and round and round. You burn the fuel, you create the fuel. You burn the fuel, you create the fuel. But if you're not using your muscles, you're not burning the fuel and creating the fuel. In other words, you're not getting any energy, and this is gentle energy. So how many muscles do we have? Well, we have 650 skeletal muscles. Those are the ones we're talking about using. Fingers, wrists, arms. When you do a big rotation with your arm, you should be able to, without moving your shoulders, just do a circular motion. Your shoulder blades, they're blades, okay, and they do this and that action so that you round your back. You want to be able to bend forward, do some cooking, be a drummer, play the piano, whatever you want to drive. You need to be able to bend forward. Your shoulder blades need to be able to move. But when people don't move their shoulders or move their shoulder blades, and that's a lot of people, they start to glue down, and then you simply can't move them. So what we do in eccentrics is we're moving every joint, and we're returning the joints to their range of motion. And when your joints move in their range of motion, they're then able to engage the muscles that are needed to move you. So when you do this movement, you have to engage specific muscles to round your back. And then you have to engage other muscles to open your back. Does that make sense? But if you can't open your back, these muscles will shrink. That means that these muscles aren't giving you any mitochondria. They're not feeding the fuel. So we want to use every muscle. The same thing with your hips. A lot of people can't move their hips. The hip is a ball and socket right in here. And it's a massive joint with your glutes. Then you've got your hamstrings, your adductors and abductors, and your glutes have minimus, medius, and maximus. Maximus is at the back. Medius is at the side here. And the medius is such an important muscle to get on and off a chair, get out of bed. Need I say get off a toilet? You need that medius muscle. So we do exercises that use every single muscle. So these are large range of motion of every joint, stretching and strengthening exercises that will sweep to the floor, every plane. So you're using your knees, you're using your ankle joint, you use your fingers and your feet in a very zero impact aerobic workout. So I call eccentrics the Goldilocks workout. You're not overworking, you're not doing nothing. You're doing a gentle, serious workout. So we have lots of programs in the Eccentrics. This one is for energy boosting. Don't confuse it with all the others. There's lots more, and there's a brain one coming up on Friday that's different from this. There's ones for healing, there's ones for every different thing. But today, the workout we're doing today is to boost your energy. So now we're starting with the actual workout, the energy workout. So I want to give you a brief idea of how we're doing this. So it's going to be, to get your energy, we're working very, very slowly. So you see all the movements are slow. These are pumping the blood. So I'm going to explain to you as we go along what we're working on. So let's get going, Linda. Music, please. And here we go. So bend your knees, tap your foot. So this is pumping the blood. And the calf muscle is considered the second cardiac muscle because it's pumping, like an old-fashioned water pump, the blood from the floor up to your heart, which is up here. So try to bend your knees as much as you can. Now there's a rule in exercising, and that is if you have an ouch pain when you're doing anything, go to the level before you feel the ouch. Because a lot of people have sore knees. It doesn't mean you shouldn't bend your knees. Just find the level, because we do a lot of bending of the knees in this program. But when you bend the knees before the ouch, you're going to be using those muscles, and you'll see that it starts to actually get the pain to go away. So the more you bend your knees without ouch, the less pain you'll suffer. So now let's go with one arm, tap the foot. One arm, tap the foot. Relaxing the body, relaxing, change. Relax your spine, let it collapse. Now don't forget about the oxygen. So you might find yourself breathing a little deeper because your heart is starting to demand that. Now we're going to cross your foot. Bend, cross, bend, cross. So we're going down, up, down, up, down. Lift your knee, down, lift your knee, down. You're going to feel a stretch in the hip, down. See, that's a lot of lifting, depend on your weight, that your thighs are having to do, your quad muscles behind you. Down and back, down and back, down, back. Now for the spine. Arms in, twist your spine, lengthen them. In, twist, lengthen them. Bend the knees, twist, lengthen. Bend the knees, twist, faster. Down and twist, down, twist. So you don't open the arms until you finished your twist. Down, up, down. So this is working the muscles and the connective tissue and the joints of your spine. We're going to go down to the floor. Bend. Because your spine is designed to bend forward and twist at the same time. Again, shoulder height. Bend. See, I'm going in a lunge now. Using those legs, and your knees probably feel better. Even people who have knee pain, their knees start feeling better as they use the knees. Because it's often the lack of use that actually is the cause of the pain. But we don't realize that because nobody's ever told us that. Okay, so now we're going to start. Bend your knees again, tuck your tailbone under so you actually can push the tailbone with your hands, pushing under. Hands on your thighs, drop your head and walk down so that your back, I'll turn sideways, is rounded. Your bum is not sticking out. Now, you're going to go with both hands on one knee. Inhale, drop the head, and down you go. Sweep to the other knee. Inhale, exhale, move around. Arms heavy, head heavy, sway as you slowly roll up, swaying. One vertebra at a time. So here you go. Now we're going to work on the shoulder blades. So you're going to bring the elbows bent, lift the elbows and rotate them behind. forward, drop forward to work your shoulder blades. Pull back. So this is liberating your shoulder blades. And now you're going to open up the arms. Breathe out. Feel the ribs being pulled. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the ribs being pulled. Nice wide lunge. Okay, now you're going to just take one shoulder, take the other shoulder, move around. Move around. Take the lower arm, pull back. Take the top hand, pull out. Lift up. Circle. Move around. And open it out. Other arm in front. Move around. Move, move, move. Move those ribs. Move your spine. Pull back. Stretch out. Lift the arms up. Waist rotation. Good, good, good. Open those arms out. Now we're going to work shoulder blades. Rotate your arm. Lift your shoulder blades and finish the shoulder blade rotation. Twist it around and then twist the arm. Rotate your arm. Twist. Drop down. Lift up. This is all to work right through your shoulder blades. So we're engaging more muscles. So you first rotate the arm, then lift the shoulder blade. Okay? Sweep to the floor, lift to the ceiling. Open out to open right through your pectorals. Stretch these muscles and these ligaments. Now imagine that you're standing, bend both knees, you're standing in a field, golden sunshine on top of you, and you just slowly stroke the golden wheat of field. So feel the warm sunshine coming down on you. Feel the smell of the wheat being released, and it will go into your movements. Okay, sweep through the sheep, these beautiful wheat fields. Feels gorgeous. Sweep. The elbow should be right up, so you're working through your shoulder blades, through your ribs. Up you go. Be completely straight. Arm right up. Bend that elbow and try to touch your ear. Other knee and bend right over. Now you're going to feel this in your ribs. Stretch that arm out. Meet it with the other arm. You're going to lift up to the ceiling. Do a rotation around. Finish on the second side. Start with the other side. Nice lunge. Stroke that beautiful, fresh sheets of wheat. The smell is just flooding you. Elbow up. Warm sunshine. And stroke. Elbow up, down. Lift that arm up. Straighten your body. And bend your elbow. Drop. Feel the ribs. Stretch that arm out. Up to the ceiling. Right to the ceiling. Breathe in that beautiful feeling of warm, golden air. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, now we're going to do something that doesn't feel so good. Plies. Okay, so tighten your legs, pull in your tummies, keep your back completely straight, and focus on your feet. Don't be rolling in or out, everting, inverting. Keep your feet flat. Here we go. Wide stance. So you're going to push down, 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 come up, up, up. Tummy's tight, bum tight, ribs tight, everything tight, legs tight. 3, 4. Now remember, stop at the height that you can go to, which is pain-free. This becomes tiring. That doesn't mean it's painful. You keep doing it if it's tiring, or if you're feeling the work. We're actually pumping. We're working the quads, and this is a phenomenally powerful energy-giving exercise because it's strengthening the quads and the glutes, the feet. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, one more, and stay down, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna push down, hold it, shoot up, push down, hold it, shoot away from the floor. 1, 2, hold it, push. So the little explosion in the straightening up, explode, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down you go. Now you're going to lift your heels just like the tiniest little bit off the floor, hardly at all, hardly lift them. 7 and 8. Now you're going to push down, tiny little movements of the quads, keeping those feet flat on the ground, don't evert or invert. Pushing, this is starting to really burn those quads. Burn means fuel. Now you're going to do the heels and the quads, tiny heels. 1, you lift up and lift the heels, lift. As you lower, you're going to feel the stretching of your quads. That's strengthening your quads in an elongated, stretching the quad muscles. That's going to be phenomenally powerful, relieving knee pain. Okay, because when your quads are tight, your knees become compressed. So these pliés, as long as you do them out of ouch, are one of the best things you can do for knee pain, but they're phenomenal for energy. They're going to help you bounce up and down those stairs, run anywhere you want, or even move more rapidly than you're moving right now. So just stay down. Okay, good for you. That exercise is now officially over. Whoop. Shake your legs out. Now, a little arm exercise. Again, we're strengthening the arms. These muscles here, your shoulder ones, they're called deltoids, and you've got superior forward ones, anterior and back posterior. So lift your arms up and don't move any of those deltoids. So you're just going to move the arms in a ball and socket joint. So we're moving the range of motion of half of your shoulder joint, because your shoulder joint has 2 joints. It's got the ball and socket one that we're working right now. Try to keep your elbows straight and bending your wrists. But don't move those deltoids, because if you move your deltoids, you'll lose the benefits. And this can be hard. Now we're going to use the shoulder joints. So you're going to shoulder blade up, shoulder blade down, round, use your shoulder blades. So this is the second shoulder joint group. The first one is the ball and socket, and the second one is your shoulder blade, and you need them both or your arms won't work properly and you won't be able to breathe as well as you can. Now we're going to be using your triceps. Now your triceps are your underneath the arms. Now you see when you get your arms straight above, if you can't straighten the elbow, it's because your triceps are bent. The triceps pull on the rib cage. So you need to straighten those triceps. You need to work your triceps, lengthening them. So here we go. Tricep exercise. Don't move your deltoids so you don't use your back. Just push up. So you're going to find the position where you press as high as you can and then higher. And just give it a little pulsation, and that is working your triceps. So these, even though you think you're working your arms, you're actually working on your lungs, on your rib cage, to help expand the rib cage. Because the body is one unit, and every single part of it has to work equally. It's called a balanced body. So keep going. So Eccentrics basically is a rebalancing program, because you see how much we're working, all balancing of the joints. Okay, now, keep going, keep pushing, keep working those deltoids, working through the range of motion. Up you go. Now we're going to do a kick exercise. So I have the chair, so you can use a wall, a chair. Now I can do this without a chair, but I'll do this one with the chair because down, down, up, hold it. A lot of people can't balance. So this is not a balance workout. We have those to help you regain the balance reflexes, but this is to strengthen the glutes and the psoas muscles. So flex. So you notice, you can bend your knee. You notice what I'm doing is I'm isolating my leg in the joint. So I'm not moving my back. I'm not moving anything. My leg is working all by itself. So this is really strengthening, burning a lot of fuel. Rotate. Rotate, keep it out. Now we're going to in-turn. See, and it takes strength to hold it up and to lower it slowly. See, if you don't have the strength to lower it slowly, okay, we're going to change legs. Drop the hip. Point, point, up. Point, point, and hold. Don't move your body at all. So you're probably breathing a little bit more than you were when we started. That's because you're exhaling carbon dioxide and you're pulling in more oxygen. Up, 4 more, 2 more, last one. Now flex. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Touch, touch, lift. Touch, touch, lift. So don't do it without a chair so that you can get the strengthening benefits, because I notice when people do it without the chair, they start to wobble. It's great to wobble. It's great to work your balance reflexes, twist it in, but not in this workout, because we're trying to strengthen. We're trying to burn some calories, get the fuel going, trigger those mitochondria. Side. Okay, point to the side, bend the knee, turn the leg in. Touch, touch, up. Touch, touch, up. See, I'm not moving my body. Touch, touch, lift. Touch, touch, diagonal back. Flex the foot. Touch, touch, lift. Touch, touch, lift. Touch, touch, lift. You're going to feel these in your glutes. Now this is your medius that we're working. That wonderful muscle that helps you get on and off a chair. Other leg. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, lift. You're starting to feel this by now. I'm pretty sure your hips are working. It's going right through your glutes, your abductors, your adductors. Your supporting leg is probably more tired than the leg you're kicking with. Lift. We're doing the diagonal now. Your medius, so you love your medius. Always work that medius. One of your, they're all important, but medius is so important. Just for daily life. Down, down, up. Straight back, bend your knee. Don't move your body. Just get that maximus, the bigger glute muscle, pumping back. You feel it working when you contract it. Tighten it up. Just pump behind you with the knee bent. How's that? Is that fun? Okay, just shift your hips around. So I really suggest that when we're doing energy workouts, you use a chair. Don't worry about your balancing. So now we're just going to shift the hips, do a little hip rotation to take out the stress, and the other way. So we're going to work on the calf muscles. So facing me, turn, okay? So now we'll all use the correct leg. So you're using your back leg. Sit on your back leg to feel the Achilles, the heel digging into the floor. Feel your Achilles tendon. Now you want to maybe, just step a little further forward to straighten this back knee. Push down. That's your second calf muscle. So you have 2 calf muscles. So don't forget that your calf are your second cardiac. So we really want them to be in good shape. So they have, both the calf muscles have to be equally stretched. You won't get the benefits from either muscle if one is shorter than the other. Lift up, tuck under, lock it there. Just press the heel down. If you can't get it down, that's okay. You'll feel something tugging here. That's actually tugging into the soleus. It's called the psoas, the psoas, which is your back hip flexor. Now let's go right down. You'll feel the tug here. That's your front hip flexor. So you've got one back and one front. Let's turn the other way. So the body is made in, it's so brilliant, the body, matching pairs of everything. Bend the back knee, digging the back heel into the floor for your soleus, your little short calf muscle. Straighten the leg for your long calf muscle, your gastrocnemius. It's really important you feel that, and never lift the heel. Short one, push down, and your long one, right down. Now we're going to get the psoas, which is the hip flexor that lets your leg, when you walk, it's the one that stays behind. So it'll feel it there. Now drop and you shift right into the quadricep. Legs apart. Get this long adductor inside your legs and your long adductor inside the other leg. Okay, I love this one. So this is again, getting the blood pumping. So shift your hips. Remember to stand on the flatness of your feet, never inverting or everting. So breathe in, use your ribs. 1, 2, too small. 1 big circle, use as big a circle as you can. Other way, 1, 2. Big circle. Think of how hard you have to work. Double time. Circle, circle. 1, 2, big circle. Now, one arm on a diagonal. Lift up and open it. And open it out. Big circle on a diagonal. This is working your spine. So the rotation and the movement of your spine. Other side, diagonal. Right around, diagonal. Now we're going to use one arm, the other arm. 1, 2. The other arm, back arm. Now lift the back heel, bend the knee, twist. Wonders for your spine. 1, front, bend the knee, tummy tight, hold your position, twist, 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 twist. Other way. And bend the back knee, lift the back heel, and twist. And for people that have trouble with their balance, just hold on to your chair. Better to hold on to your chair and do these connective tissue exercises that are freeing up all that fascia in your back. Too small in front, 1 big. And again, too small. Down. Woof. 1, 2. Woof. Get that blood circulating. Circle. 1, 2. Circle. One arm. One arm. One arm. The other arm. Circle. Circle. Other arm, one at a time. 1. One arm, other arm. And do it again, the other side, diagonal. This is all for your spine, your shoulders, bending down your blood, your circulation. Ooh. Isn't that fun? Craziness. Okay. Oops. Mic issues. Okay, I love this next song. It's called Meditation for Tias. It's such a pretty song. So it's your cool down. So just take in, listen to the music. Pull that beautiful music into you. Try to actually have the music flowing into your body. And just feel the beautiful feeling that you feel. That's your feelings. Okay, now We're going to just imagine that you're in a beautiful, calm sea, and you're stroking the surface. And you're stroking that surface, and then you're bringing that beautiful music back into your heart. Isn't that nice? So use your imagination. Feel the warmth of the water. It's sparkling. Pull it in, rounding your back. Pull it into your heart. Just move. Just lift your elbows. Just wipe. Just imagine that the music is alive and you're just playing with the music. You're just touching the music in front of you. And you're going to lift up the music. Lift it up. Lift your elbow. And take it with the other hand. Bend. Lift up that song. Feel the music just pouring through your arm, lifting up, all around you. Just feel the beauty that you feel. Everybody feels things differently, so you feel it your way, but everybody loves this song. Both arms up. Welcome that song. Welcome the beautiful feeling into you. Bend your elbows, open up. Okay, just move around. Just move. Keep your arms wide open. Open your chest. You feel that wonderful feeling of freedom, of joy. Just feels good. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you soon.